welcome. What's up? We're going to talk about 5 different tube screamers. We're going to go through the sounds of each one of them. We got everything from cheapo pedals up to kind of there's a Japanese, there's a Chinese tube screamer in here, the Tone Lock. There's a Japanese tube screamer TS9. There is a Chinese, Taiwan maybe? I don't know, wherever they're making them now, but the DS9 Deluxe. And then there is an Earthquaker Plumes, which they say is kind of like their tube screamer. I'll tell you, you'll hear it. I don't know if I think the sound is very tube screamer-like, but all right, so let's just, let me pop this into the thing here. And we're going to start with the, man, this is just not a very good angle. I can fix that. Sorry for the camera work, folks. Okay, so we're going to start with the Joyo Vintage Overdrive. How can I get this? There we go. The Joyo Vintage Overdrive is not an expensive pedal. It is modeled after the Tube Screamer circuit. You're going to hear it sounding real similar. So here we go. Without further ado, you can hear the clean sound. I'm just running clean channel on a PV Classic 30. So right at 12 o'clock on the volume, it sounds like about the same volume as what's coming through. So it's basically flat coming through the amp. The drive right at 12 o'clock. Sounds pretty good. We can turn that up. There's all the way. Let's crank it. How's the volume? You guys hear everything okay? Trying to be able to see the comments. All right, so going through the tone options here. A lot of brightness coming out when you turn it on. To me, that's too bright. Hey, you might be different. Turn it all the way down. And obviously that's too dark, but you know, I like it right around the middle, maybe a little higher. But the one thing I like about this particular circuit is that the Vintage Overdrive is, would you call it transparent? A transparent circuit basically means that you're going to get that overdrive sound, but you're still going to hear the tone of the instrument. So I'm hearing just a little bit of clean coming through as I'm playing. So it's a great sounding pedal. Let's see what it sounds like compared to the TS7. TS7 came out in the 90s. The Tone Lock is, the whole thing about the Tone Lock is that you've got the knobs, which have little push mechanisms on there so that you can't accidentally mess with them while you're playing. And then it's got 2 modes on there. It's got what they call the TS9 mode and the hot mode. So the hot mode is just going to be a little bit more gain, a little bit more volume to it. So right here, all at 12 o'clock. So just for fun, this is what the Joyo sounded like, everything at 12 o'clock. Sounds pretty close. Let's just turn up the drive here and see how greasy we can get this baby. again, I'm hearing a lot of the regular guitar tone coming through as well, even with this drive all the way up. Let's turn the tone up and see how brittle we can make it. All right, yeah, it's too much. I mean, I'm like that with every pedal, though. This is about where I tend to like them. The level, obviously, so it's nice and even. Obviously, you can use it as a boost if you want to crank it up. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. What does it sound like? So here's the regular. Wait, I want the drive's all over. So now what does it sound like when we turn on the hop? I like that with the hot on there because it brings a little bit more gain, a little bit more volume, and you can kind of hear just kind of in the background the amp noise coming from the pedal. I guess it's not amp noise, but it's just that overdriven circuit sound. Let's look at the Made in Japan Tube Screamer TS9. This is one that this is the one that everybody knows. This is a reissue, made in I think 90. I'm gonna say 96. I think. Very cool pedal, and this is the one that that just kind of everybody knows. I think that people will say that the Reissue doesn't sound as good as the original. I can't argue with that or not, but it sounds good. It's a good sounding pedal. It's a Tube Screamer. What do you expect? Let's just, for fun, I'm just going to switch this back and forth. Same settings, everything at 12 o'clock between the Joyo Vintage Overdrive and the Ibanez TS9. So, wow, that was crazy. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can hear the difference between the two. Here's the Joyo. So I feel like there's a little bit more clarity on the Ibanez. I'm going to fiddle with the settings on the Joyo just a little bit to see if I can make them match up. Between these two pedals, I feel like the difference is pretty minor. I might not know, like if I listen to one today and I listen to one tomorrow, I might not be able to hear it, but hearing them back to back like this, I definitely can. Now, one that you will definitely be able to hear the difference on, that's going to be the TS9 Deluxe. And the reason it's Deluxe is because you'll see it's got, that's not the pedal, it's this one. All right, let's turn that one off. This one has 4 modes to it. Focus, focus, focus. Turbo, Hot, Plus, and TS9 that are all selectable by this 4-way knob here. And then obviously your drive level and tone controls. The TS9, that's going to be this circuit creeping in there. Hey guys. So TS9, that's where we'll start. Again, everything is at 12 o'clock. Just a comparison. Sounds the same to me, or at least close enough. You know what? I feel like I'm getting out of this Japanese one over here that it's just off the camera. That baby is that I feel like being right in front of the amp, I'm getting a little more clarity out of it, even from this one. Let's see if I can step on both of them at once. How clever am I? Okay, that's okay. Right. Okay, so now we've got here. Let's just do this. You can see both of my feeties at once. Did I just turn? Yeah, okay, so that one now, this one's on. I don't think that this camera microphone, this phone microphone, is going to pick up the difference. It's very, very minimal. All right, but then when we get into some of the other settings here, that's where you're really going to notice. All right, so TS9, here's the plus. This is a well, you'll hear it. I still have the other one on, and this one's not on. So the plus is louder, and it feels like there's the mid is shifted a little bit more to the lower end here. Okay, so let's go. And I can still hear that transparent kind of the original clean guitar tone peeping through there. Like a weirdo at a theater show trying to look at the audience before it goes out on stage, but not that actors on stage are weirdos. Not that they aren't. But this is not as transparent as just the TS9 mode. All right, so then that's the plus. Now the hot. Much louder than the TS9. It's TS9 mode. Can we just say that these probably sound the same on this mode here? Yeah, I'm going to say that they do. So whenever we compare to the TS9 mode, from now on this pedal, I'm going to go back just to this pedal because I just think they sound close enough. No one's going to know the difference. That'll be our secret. We can't tell anybody, all right? Seriously, don't tell anybody. Okay. TS9 Plus, and then the hot, which adds a little bit more even from, we'll turn this pedal back on, it adds a little bit more even from the plus. Still kind of hear that transparent tone, but it's less than even the hot. All right, and then we have turbo. What is turbo going to do? I'm afraid. Now Now I feel like what I'm hearing from the turbo is just flat out distortion. This is just the pedal effect. I'm not hearing any of the transparent guitar tone in there. The highest volume, highest gain setting on this pedal. I just want to know what happens with this drive when I just turn that. I just want to keep going. Oh, is it too much? I don't know. I don't think so. We're gonna keep going. It hasn't stopped turning yet, so I guess I can still do it. Oh, there's it. That's all the way up. Now, this is gonna be fun. Let's just compare it to the TS9 with the drive all the way up. And I'm going to put my tone just up a little bit more. Okay. TS9DX. I'm going to crank the level on this up so they match. They're still not even close. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I can get that out of this pedal. I can't. Now, remember, this one on the level's only halfway over here. Are you hearing the difference? I don't know if this is making a difference to the viewer over there on the other side of this connection. Yeah, crazy. Okay, well that's good. That's a great sounding pedal. I love that, and I feel like it's a lot. Though I'm just gonna say that, like, I would probably use this turbo setting for like leads only, because I just feel like it's a lot to deal with. Okay, speaking of which, let's go to the Plumes. What you're gonna notice here, so this is the Earthquaker Devices Plumes pedal. This has got your traditional kind of tube screamer controls, level, tone, gain, and then we've got a mode switch. Is it like the mode switch on the the TS9DX? I'll say kind of. So let's go to, let me see if I can get all these in here. All right. Look, it's like a little rainbow or a shamrock. They're all green. Okay, so here's the way I have this set. You'll notice on the Plumes, I've got things kind of turned down. Well, I had to do that because this pedal. You thought that was a lot? I think that one's a lot. That one's even more. So I turned them down to kind of match what the other ones would sound like right out of the chute. So let's go back to 12 o'clock on this one. This is the Plumes is much less transparent than the Tube Screamers. So that's with all this stuff turned way down, and I'm pointing with my feet, and that with this one all the way just like everything at 12 o'clock. So lot different mid-range in there. Okay, so let's just check out this. I kind of don't want to necessarily compare this to the other Tube Screamers, even though it's supposed to act like one. And it's a great sounding pedal. Just to me, I don't know, man. I just don't think it sounds like a Tube Screamer. At least not in mode 1. Maybe like a modded Tube Screamer. Who knows? All right, so let's go to mode 2. Mode 2, you know what? I'm going to look for the manual. It's going to take me 4 seconds to find it because it's right here somewhere. I literally just had it. Oh, there it is. So we can figure out, okay, the Plumes manual says that, let's see, Bist du bereit? Oh, that's the German one. Italiano. Let's do the English one. Oh, there we go. Okay, mode 1, symmetrical LED clipping, more crunch and compression. 2, no clipping, a wide open op-amp drive for clean boost. So this might be more, mode 2 might be more like your regular Tube Screamer, although this is going to be, it's a boost, it's loud, it's very loud. Let me get this, let me recenter this baby. All right. This is clean. At this point designed to be an overdrive. It is overdriving a little bit, but probably what it's doing, because it's boosted so much, it's just clipping the front of the amp a little more. So let's look at I'm going to turn this down because I don't want to be blasted, but let's turn this up and see what it sounds like. That sounds great. Then that would be a very cool, like, boost channel. And I'll show you in a minute how that would come in super, super handy. But okay, and then the last one, 3. This is an asymmetrical silicone diode clipping, which has more transparency with a loose feel, according to the manual. All right, so this is where we should hear. This is where we should hear more of that. Yeah, and I'm getting it now. So this maybe is going to sound most like the Tube Screamer, right? Here we go. See, but I've got this tone turned way down, and I've got the tone on the Tube Screamer, the TS9, at 12 o'clock, so 5, basically. Between the Plumes and the standard TS9 is that there's just the mid-range frequency peak is just a little different, and it kind of doesn't matter where you set the tone, because that is mainly going to just cut and boost the lower frequencies and higher frequencies. But the mid-range, that's where kind of all the tone lives. So that's what the mid-range is, what gives the character to any particular drive pedal. So all right, so what do we think? We'll just go through each pedal one more time. Vintage Overdrive, very cool Joyo pedal. Make sure everything else is off. Oh, it's not. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do everything like all the way. I'm going to do all of them with all the drive cranked, because that's what we really want to hear, right? We want to hear the drive. Okay, the TS7. And this is in hot mode. Hey, why not? Let's leave it there. TS9, made in Japan, reissue by Maxon. If you know, if you don't, you probably don't care. Sorry for the wiggles. Drive. And let's do this TS9 Deluxe in in turbo mode. Okay, that's so loud. It sounds awesome. It's just loud. And the Plumes. But let's go back to the mode 1, where I felt like it was doing the most. This will be fun. Just check these out. Let's just turn the level down here. That's just a lot, man. So loud. Thanks for checking out the video. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you next time when we talk about 5 completely different pedals. Okay. Bye-bye.